shelves here contain pieces of work that will go out to exhibitions, such as this piece here. So this is all a rough recycled clay with the Southern Ice porcelain on the top. Technically joining these two and throwing it all in one piece is difficult to get out because of the difference in shrinkage, which you can see there. These are all porcelain, coloured porcelain, and they're saturated with black iron oxide. Just to lay back down again. These are production pieces that are done for the Sheraton Mirage over at the Seaway, and they go into their Baie Marie and serve food. And they're in various sizes, and they're made in this shape so that you have a handle. And so when they're all together, they can interlock into one another. These big platters here are made for a guy who does a lot of cooking in Sydney, and they will to have seafood platters on and whatever else he desires, I will presume. These pieces here are in the Landline catalogue, and they came from the same catalogue as these pieces, all Landline. These are the billies, the billy flower and the billy wires, which is a metaphor to my father because he had billies and billy tea.
The people overseas explain what a billy is.
A billy is what you put over an open fire with water in it and put tea leaves into it, and it all boils up, and that's what they drink, that's what they have as tea, so it's called billy tea. These pieces are going to Sydney, big casseroles. Big casseroles. These are little fine sgraffitoed porcelain. They're still in their raw state. They were only made yesterday, and then they're all etched. Then they have to be cleaned. Then they'll be fired again, glazed, taken through to 1300, and then on the outside, which is still will be raw clay, they'll be polished with wet and dry sandpaper. These are the beginning of the post and rail, which is Southern Ice porcelain. These are the post and rail with the coloured inlay, the black inlay. These are all my new work. This is new work, which is all Southern Ice, reserve and conserve, dealing with water. So bowls are containments to contain water and reservoirs. These are the plain Landline, plain coloured flowers. These are inserts of basalt, and when fired they melt to give the real land a look of the land. One of my favourite spots being Queenstown in New Zealand, so you get a lot of landscapey, New Zealandy landscapey looks. You can see the etched mountains, the snow-peaked mountains.
It's a bit hard to see.
Yeah, you might get done yours. Which is some of my major work. These are tiny little porcelain pieces, which are going into these new pieces over here. It can't be hard to see yet, but there's a top will go on here. We'll have little holes, and these will all stand up in there. There's got to be a bottom put in this and legs put on it. A lot of work yet.